हेलो एवरीवन। आज है हमारे 75 डेज़ हार्ट चैलेंज का डे 5। तो जैसे कि आपको पता है हम एक चैप्टर पढ़ रहे थे लास्ट वीडियो में, मोमेंट्स ऑफ क्लास 9। चैप्टर का नाम है द किंगडम ऑफ फूल्स। तो अभी हम उस चैप्टर को कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं क्योंकि वो चैप्टर काफ़ी बड़ा था, तो हमने इसको बीच में ही स्टॉप किया था। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। What shall we do? He said, when suddenly it struck him that all they needed to do was to find a man fat enough to fit the stake. The servants were immediately sent all over the town looking for a man who would fit the stake, and their eyes fell on the disciple who had fattened himself for months on bananas and rice and wheat and ghee. What have I done wrong? I am innocent and I am a sannyasi, he cried. That may be true, but it's the royal decree that we should find a fat man enough to fit the stake, they said, and carried him to the place of execution. He remembered his wise guru's words. This is a city of fools. You don't know what they will do next. While he was waiting for death, he prayed to his guru in his heart, asking him to hear his cry wherever he was. The Guru saw everything in a vision. He had magic powers. He could see far, and he could see the future as he could see the present and the past. He arrived at once to save his disciple, who had got himself into such a scrape through love of food. As soon as he arrived, he scolded the disciple and told him something in a whisper. Then he went to the king and addressed him. O wisest of kings, who is greater, the Guru or the disciple? Of course the Guru, no doubt about it. Why do you ask? Then put me to the stake first. Put my disciple to death after me. When the disciple heard this, he understood and began to clamor, Me first. You brought me here first. Put me to the death first, not him. The Guru and the disciple now got into a fight about who should go first. The king was puzzled by the behavior. He asked the Guru, Why do you want to die? We choose him because we needed a fat man for the stake. You shouldn't ask me such questions. Put me to death first, replied the Guru. Why? There's a mystery here. As a wise man, you must make me understand. Will you promise to put me to death if I tell you? Asked the Guru. The king gave him his solemn word. The Guru took him aside out of the servant's earshot and whispered to him, Do you know why we want to die right now, the two of us? We have been all over the world, but we have never found a city like this or a king like you. The stake is the stake of the God of justice. It's new. It has never had a criminal on it. Whoever dies on it first will be reborn as the king of this country, and whoever goes next will be the future minister of this country. We are sick of our ascetic life. It would be nice to enjoy ourselves as king and the ministers for a while. Now keep your word, my lord, and put us to the death. Me first, remember? The king was now thrown into deep thought. He didn't want to lose the kingdom to someone else in the next round of life. He needed time. So he ordered the execution postponed to the next day and talked in secret with his minister. It's not right for us to give over the kingdom to others in the next life. Let's go on the stake ourselves and we will reborn as king and minister again. Holy men do not tell lies, he said, and the minister agreed. So he told the executioners, We will send the criminals tonight. When the first man comes to you, put him to death first. Then do the same to the second man. Those are my orders. Don't make any mistake. That night, the king and his minister went secretly to the prison, released the Guru and the disciple, disguised themselves as the two, and as arranged beforehand with loyal servants, were taken to the stake and promptly executed. When the bodies were taken down to be thrown to crows and vultures, the people panicked. They saw before them the death of bodies of the king and the ministers. The city was in confusion. All night they mourned and discussed the future of the kingdom. Some people suddenly thought of the Guru and the disciple and caught up with them as they were preparing to leave town, unnoticed. We people need a king and a minister, said someone. Others agreed. They began to beg the Guru and the disciple to be their king and their minister. It didn't take many arguments to persuade the disciple, but it took longer to persuade the Guru. They finally agreed to the kingdom of the foolish king and the silly minister, on the condition that they could change all the old laws. From then on, night would again be night and the day would again be day, and you could get nothing for it to do. It became like an other place. ये कहानी लिखी गई है ए कनाडा फोक टेल फ्रॉम ए के रामानुजन्स फोक टेल्स फ्रॉम इंडिया। दोस्तों ये चैप्टर ख़त्म हो चुका है। मिलते हैं फिर आपसे एक अगले वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय। अगर आप चैनल पे नहीं हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना। वीडियो पसंद है तो वीडियो को लाइक करना। बाय, स्टे ट्यून्ड।